Hello, everybody. You're listening to the Mindset Matters podcast. I'm your host, Riley Jensen, and today we're talking about producing where you're planted. So, let me start this episode with a question. Have you ever killed a houseplant? If you're like most people I speak to, you probably have. When I ask this in group settings, about 90% of the room raises their hand in the affirmative. So, I always ask the follow up why? And the answers come flying in. I gave it too much water, not enough sunlight. I forgot about it. I wasn't consistent. Or my favorite, I didn't talk to it. Houseplants are surprisingly high maintenance. I've been a serial houseplant killer myself for years. But now let me flip it on you. Have you ever heard of the difference between sweet corn and field corn? If you're not from the Midwest, maybe you haven't. Here's the deal. Sweet corn, that's the stuff you eat off the cob at the barbecue. But get this, only 1% of corn grown in the US is sweet corn. The other 99% is something called field corn, and it's a workhorse. It feeds livestock, fuels your car, turns into syrup, oil, and starches. Field corn isn't picky. It doesn't need perfect weather. It grows in rough soil, tough conditions, and with very little praise. It just produces year after year, day after day, minute after minute. 13 billion bushels in the last year, or 23.5 billion in economic impact, and it keeps going, even when it's dry, even when it's difficult. So let me ask you a gut check question. Are you a houseplant or are you field corn? Houseplants need ideal conditions to thrive. They need complements, consistency, the right environment. But field corn wakes up and produces no matter what the weather is. No excuses, no special treatment, just grit. We all love encouragement. I do too. Mark Twain once said, I can live for 2 months on a good compliment, and it's true. Praise feels good. But if your purpose is rooted in vision, not validation, you'll go farther. A clear, strong vision allows you to produce where you're planted, even when things aren't perfect. So here's the challenge. What's one area of your life where you've been waiting for ideal conditions to exist? Waiting for approval, recognition, a perfect time. Instead of waiting, produce anyway. You don't need permission to be great. Produce today where you are with what you have. You don't need a greenhouse. You do need grit, vision, and the willingness to show up every single day. I'd love to hear from you. What's one way you can produce this week right where you are? Drop me a DM or tag me with your field corn moment. Let's build a movement of people who grow regardless of circumstance. You don't need perfect conditions to be great. You just need pure, unadulterated guts.